Hey there, welcome to LSAT Demon Daily. I'm Josh Mansfield, the teacher with the Demon, and with me is Nathan Fox, one of the founders of lsatdemon.com and the weekly podcast Thinking LSAT. Nate, our show today comes from a post on Reddit where they made a point about students keeping in mind their audience as they're writing for law school admissions. And he pulls a little bit of an excerpt out there for us from this Reddit post.
Okay, we're going to take this with 5 large grains of salt because it's coming from Reddit, and we never know whether this is going to be a good tip or a bad tip when it's
the
coming
bastion
from
of
Reddit.
all truth, right?
It says, the mistake many applicants make is imagining the audience as a professor, an ideal reader, or, quote, the committee, rather than the kind of person who actually spends their life reading law school applications. Admissions officers are risk managers. Their job is to admit people who will succeed predictably, complete their degree, pass the bar, and reflect well on the school's employment statistics. They are not looking for the most dazzling essay. They are looking for the person least likely to flame out, embarrass the dean, or struggle with structure and deadlines. I think that that's probably right. Of course, it's different at every school.
Mm-hmm.
Because at some schools, it's literally the professors that read the admissions essays. There are professors who are on admissions committees. I think, though, that mostly this is right, that it is kind of a high volume job. I mean, let's just pick a school kind of at random, Fordham.
Okay. Yep.
Good law school, big law placement.
Yep.
Totally solid law school, Fordham in New York. But they're not, it's not masters of the universe, really. It's this is a school for working folks. Like you're going to, you could definitely go work in big law. Absolutely.
Yes. Yep. But you're not going to Columbia. Not going to NYU.
It's not Harvard, Stanford, Yale. Those schools are not like credible competitor schools. If you can get into NYU or Columbia or Harvard or Yale or Stanford or whatever, you're probably going to go to those schools instead of going to Fordham. It's a little more, I was going to say blue collar. It's not quite blue collar. It's still white collar. Maybe it's not the blue shirt with the white collar though.
That's just like resident tuition $75,000. I don't know if I'd call that blue collar.
Yeah. Okay. So it's definitely not blue collar, but
not blue shirt.
It's a good school.
Collar.
I mean, it's a good school. Okay. But here's the deal. They had 6,881 applications last year. And of those, they admitted over 1,500 of them. They admitted. So that's 28% of the applicants. So they're saying no to most applicants. Mm-hmm. But then of the 1,500 something that they admitted, only 400 of them actually ended up coming to the school. So it's a big numbers game. It's not, and I think what this Reddit post is getting at is like, hey, this person is processing a high volume of applications. And what they're really doing is like, I mean, you're probably just already not getting in. Like half those applicants are not getting in based on their numbers.
Right. They probably don't even read your application materials.
They'll claim that they do, and maybe they skim it, but they don't give a shit. If you're applying with lower than their LSAT GPA and lower than their median LSAT, lower than their median GPA, and if you're like not even close, come on. They're not. Yeah. It would lower the prestige of the school if they admitted you. So they're not doing that. Why would they? They get 6,000 something applications. They have better applicants to admit. And then for the applicants that they do want to admit, which is, the people with the right numbers, ballpark, right numbers, you don't need to wow them. Mm-hmm. They're seriously considering you because they've already decided that they want to admit you. Then you just have to not come off like a crazy person. You want to sound like a worker bee, basically.
Yeah.
This post, I think, is pretty smart. They want someone who's going to succeed predictably. They want someone
Yeah.
who's going to complete their degree, pass the bar, and reflect well on the school's employment statistics. So you look like somebody who's a, a joiner and a doer and a solid citizen. And it's funny because if you look at what people actually write in their personal statements, they write about uh like rabble rousing on campus, like causing problems for the school administration
Right.
at their previous institution. And I can just imagine one of these risk managers reading this and just laughing as they dunk it into the trash can. Like, are you kidding me? You're going to go off about how much hell you raised with the administration at your previous school?
Mm-hmm.
If I then admit you and you raise hell at this school, my boss is going to come look at your application and read your personal statement and be like, what the fuck were you thinking?
Who let this guy in?
Dear God.
Yeah. Whenever students write personal statements or have talked to me about their personal statements and ask about the subject, the question that I always encourage them to ask themselves is the problem that you overcame, because they always want to write about a problem they overcame, is the problem that you overcame a problem that could occur again while you're in law school?
Totally.
And if so, that's
Totally.
a horrible thing to write about.
Totally.
Like family emergency. Why aren't you going to have one in law school? Mental health break. Why isn't that going to happen in law school, right? Those are the kind of things they're going to look at and go,
1000%.
That ruined your undergraduate? Well, I don't really want you ruining my stats, so sorry. Like,
couldn't agree more. Conflict.
Yeah.
Somebody in your family sued somebody else in your family, and you think that you writing about that legal experience, you know, oh, I was able to help my whoever draft their documents, whatever. Meanwhile, the reader's like, oh shit, this person's family looks like a train wreck.
we don't want their family's name on the library.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
People also write about, you know, people write about weird aspirations where it's like, you know, don't tell them that you want to go do some crazy, unpredictable thing. I wrote my own personal statement about the stupidest imaginable thing. It's so embarrassing. Do you even know this story, Josh?
No, I don't. I've never heard this story.
I've told this story a couple times on the Thinking LSAT podcast. Actually, Ben and I both read our personal statements on the Thinking LSAT podcast. They were both trash, but we had high enough numbers that the schools didn't even care.
Sure.
But my personal statement was about how much I hated the California lottery, which don't get me wrong. I despise the California lottery. Okay. Are you kidding me?
The admissions, there's a good chance that the admissions department didn't like him either, but
the government is out there selling lottery tickets to people. Oh, don't worry though. Yeah, it's gambling, but half the proceeds go to fund education.
That's right.
Oh, great. So you're teaching math classes while also trying to sell people lottery tickets? Nice. That's great. And I lived right across the street from like a liquor store where people would go in, buy scratchers, scratch them, and then just immediately drop them on the ground outside the liquor store. So it's just like trash. It's littering. It's gambling. It's just addiction. It's just the most disgusting thing. Anyway, imagine though, that personal statement. Like I'm writing about this issue, like totally naive, like just some kid popping off about like, oh yeah, I hope to work on issues like, just imagine the reader being like, are you high? Like, you really think that you're going to get rid of the California state lottery? You think that's what we do around here? You're going to go up against the entire government and gambling? Like you're going to eliminate gambling, huh? Wow. Boy, that's okay. Anyway,
they probably would have liked a personal statement that said, I want to defend casinos more than they like the one that I'm going to abolish the casinos.
1,000%. 1,000%. Oh, I work for the California State Lottery Commission.
Yeah.
And I need to protect this lottery commission against people like this.
Yeah. That's right.
That's a lot closer to what they actually do.
Yes.
Okay. Well, anyway, thanks, Ben, for digging up this Reddit post. I like this. This is a good shtick to find some wisdom from the internet and talk about it.
Love it. Thanks for listening. If you have any questions that you'd like to ask or share some LSAT or law school admissions news, you can send it in to daily@lsatdemon.com.